guys, it's Alex back here with a new series actually. This is a Clash of Clans strategy guide where you're going to be going over all the different strategies that you can use both low level and high level. And of course we're going to start off with the probably most well-known strategy, which is the Giant Healer Wizard strategy. It's a pretty good strategy. You will see that I have 3 healers, and this is due to the last update, which gave Seeking Air Mines the change from being Dark Elixir to being regular gold, which means that it's very easy to reload them and to buy them. So people usually have at least 1 or 2 that will take out your healers, and they will one-shot your healers. So I suggest bringing 3 just to be safe about Seeking Air Mines, because if you get 2 right off the bat, you're pretty much done if you don't have 3 healers. And I haven't seen any person where they have 3 Seeking Air Mines, but I suppose if that happened, you would be pretty screwed. So this is what seems to work for me. 3 healers. Actually, I'll show you my base. My army setup. These 3 healers. I use 10 wizards, 10 wall breakers, 2 archers just to fill up the rest of the army camp, and then I always use 20 giants to rip apart people's defenses. So how about we just get into it and I'll start showing you some raids. Alright guys, here's our first base that we're going to be attacking with the Giant Healer Wizard strategy. As you can see, it is a Town Hall 7, so it only has 2 air defense. The 1 is in the middle, but we're going to take that out with our 3 lightning spells. This is definitely a must if you're going to do the strategy. You have to bring 3 lightning spells. Now that that's happened, we are going to drop all of our giants right here, and we are going to follow them up with a couple wall breakers. Once they destroy that air defense, we are going to drop all 3 of our healers, and sporadically we're just going to drop in wall breakers to help our giants get through the base. Because while giants do quite a bit of damage to defenses, they are not actually that high in damage overall. So it's usually smart to bring along a couple wall breakers to help them break through higher level walls, and even lower level walls sometimes. So now that they've gotten through and cleared out this sort of area of defenses, as you can see, we're going to drop our wizards right here. This is going to ensure that the wizards won't take any damage, because the wizards are the damage dealing units, not the damage taking units in this army. Alright. Going through here, we're just, as you can see, dropping 1 wall breaker, and since all the defenses are focused on our giants, our wall breakers are getting in easy, and we're not having to drop more than 1 for each section that we break. Alright, I am going to drop these 2 archers out in the corners to help clean up and make sure that we do get the 3-star. As far as the raid so far, we have most of the elixir and we're working on that gold. I know this was not a super high level raid as far as resources, but in this series we're really just trying to showcase the strategies. We're not trying to farm and get a lot of resources. So I won't always be showing you high resource raids. I might be showing you raids where it's going to challenge the army setup, and I'm going to show you how to deal with that, rather than just finding easy raids and using the giant healer strategy. Alright, so now since all the defenses are down, I can drop my Barb King, because I don't want him to take any damage, but there's no defenses to give him damage, and that is a 3-star with the giant healer strategy. Alright, so resource-wise, we got a little over 200,000. We're going to go back to base and start training up our next army composition. Hey guys, this is our second raid, and this guy did not do a very good job of setting up his air defenses. He has 1 just sitting out there with nothing around, so we're going to see if we can just pick that off with 2 archers, and we can. And then he has these 2 that are right next to each other and very close to the outside. So I think that we're just going to drop a couple units to start attacking, and then we are going to drop our healers once those 2 go down. There were some spring traps there, but that's not really a problem for us. A bigger problem is that giant bomb, but we managed to save our wizards there, so we should be alright about that. Alright, so we've broken and destroyed that first, and now the second. Alright, we're going to deploy our healers so that we can start getting these giants healed up and start spreading some of these in here. I think we're going to have to deploy our clan castle so that we can keep these giants alive, but I don't think it'll be much of a problem since we do have these nice level 5 wizards that we just got upgraded doing some damage. Alright, so the giants are going to come outside here and take out this cannon and stuff. And I don't think that's really going to be a problem because they're going to go around and hop back in on this archer tower. So once they get in range of the archer tower, we'll drop some wall breakers to help them out. So with 3 healers right now, the single damage defenses just can't do enough damage to actually start to lower the health of the giants. So they're just coasting along there. That's what's great about this strategy. If you bring enough healers, you can actually keep one unit. You can keep all your units alive because even single damage units won't be able to overcome the healing power of the healers. Alright, so looking at the raid, we still have our wizards and archers over here following up the giants and just cleaning up behind it. And the giants are definitely taking all the splash damage, all the single power damage. They're taking everything. This is probably going to be a 2-star because there's a lot of walls that we haven't upgraded, or that are upgraded enough that it's going to take the giants a long time to get through. But we will get a lot of loot. So I'm alright with just getting the 2-star. And this strategy really is more of like a higher level farming strategy. So if you think about it like that, it's okay if you're not getting 100% on bases as long as you're getting the loot, because that's really what this should be used for. It should be used at around trophy level 1,600 or so, at least for my troops like this. If you have lower level troops, then you might want to use it at like 1,400. But when you're using it at levels like that, people don't really think about their air defenses a lot, and they don't set them up very well. Alright, so finishing up the raid here, we're taking out the last bit of elixir here. We're definitely not going to get the 3-star, but we are going to get that elixir. So, what did we get here? We got about 250,000 resources. Sorry, I cannot talk today. And then we got the devil's number of dark elixir. So hopefully that's not a curse on our next raid. But we'll see. So I'll see you back with the next raid. We're back here with our third and final raid for this strategy guide. And it's actually alright in loot. It is a town elite, so it has 3 air defense. But I'm going to show you guys a quick little trick on how you can get around that. So I know that I said you should bring 3 lightning spells, and that's definitely true. But this is also a strategy that I think can work very well. Basically, you drop a rage spell, and then you just wait for the giants to go crazy and destroy everything at once. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my healers over here, and I'm going to drop all this crap to try and take out that air defense. It's taken out, it looks like 1 of my healers, but that's alright. 2 should still be enough as long as we don't get any of those seeking air mines. And our giants are back up to reasonably high health. One of our healers just went down because of that archer tower, but it got taken out by a swarm of wizards down here. I'm sorry, I'm having really trouble speaking today. But yeah, we'll be alright. Anyway, getting back to the raid over here, we have giants over here, and this is one of the problems about using the giant healer strategy, is they sometimes get stuck on like a small group of giants when the larger group is dying over here. So that can be a downside of using it, but usually it works out alright. I'm going to give you these guys a heal spell and a rage spell, just because this is our last raid, and I really want to get that 3-star. And hopefully what's going to happen is these guys will go through and attack that air defense so that our healer doesn't take any damage. So we'll be alright there. And that is what happened. We're taking out the What is that? Oh, that's a cannon. And then we still have these 2 archer towers left. Now, this archer tower and this healer are just barely out of range. So what's happening is if these giants ever come back around, the healer won't move until they get out of its range, and at that point, the giants will be in range of the archer tower and they will be taking that damage. So we're actually going to be alright in that regard. The only downside of this raid is I did lose most of my troops, other than my healer and giants, so we're not going to really be able to 3-star this raid, and they're probably just going to get hung up on the walls trying to get all the way over to this archer tower. And cannon, actually, now that I think about it. But we can still let the raid play out and just talk about what makes the giant healer strategy so good. I know a lot of people do these strategy guides, talk about how you should use the strategy, but I really want to talk about why these strategies work. And we're going to start that off with the giant healer strategy and why it works. So, as you all know, giants go for defenses. That makes this strategy very effective because obviously when you're attacking a base, you want to take out the defenses. And one of the downsides of giants is they don't have a lot of damage, which means that they can't get through walls very quickly, which means that they're taking damage for a very long time before they destroy the defenses that are dealing damage to them. So that's where the healer comes in here. Even though giants have pretty high health, they cannot take damage forever just trying to break through walls. So the healer keeps them alive while they're breaking through the walls so that once they get in, they still have the health to be able to take out the defenses. Now, the other good thing about having giants is that they take out defenses such as air defense. And that is a very helpful thing because air defenses are literally a healer's worst nightmare. If a air defense locks onto a healer, you can bet it's going to be gone unless it's taken out after like the first or second shot. But yeah, that's most of it. Really, the wizards are just there to stay behind the giants and deal the damage. The giants are there to take the hits and take out the defenses, and the healers are there to just keep everyone alive. This strategy actually isn't that complicated compared to some of the other ones that I'm going to be doing. So just stay tuned for those. And we got some nice level 2 and level 3 troops from our clan over here. We're joining, that's global, my bad. We're growing quite quickly now. We are up to 16 people. It's always a nice clan. I think we've had like maybe 1 or 2 people leave, and most of them have just been hoppers, so I'm not really worried about that. But I think other than that, that's going to be the end of our video. So, as always, like, comment, and subscribe, and just stay tuned for our next video.